You what? You waited. Now it's time to save. It's the grand opening sale of the all-new Stevenson Mazda.
Stevenson Mazda on Market Street.
Truckloads of 2010 Mazdas have arrived, and we're selling them at 2009 prices. Stevenson Mazda.
Our girls have been at the Learning Center since they were both 9 weeks old, and because of the Project Approach curriculum, my oldest will be well prepared to start kindergarten next year. We are so comfortable leaving our girls at the Learning Center each day because the teachers are loving and professional and treat our girls as if they're family.
Cheers, the best you can't deny. INFINITY.
Cheerinfinity All-Stars is a competitive cheerleading and tumbling school. We accept all ages and skill levels. Whether you're looking to be on one of our nationally ranked All-Star teams or just want to learn about handspring, we have a place for you. Cheerinfinity All-Stars, where beginners become champions.
During the grand opening sale at Stevenson Mazda, buy 2010 Mazda CX-7s for $21,990. New Mazda 3s for $179 a month. And every Mazda comes with our lifetime warranty.
Stevenson Mazda on Market Street.
Welcome back to the Cape Fear Sports Report, driven by Stevenson Automotive Group. We're at Francesco's Cafe, joined today by Wilmington Mayor Bill Saffo. We're going to run down a couple of NFL games and get you ready for Sunday's action. Leading off today, we're going to talk about the Bucs and the Panthers. If you don't beat the Bucs, who do you beat?
I'm going to defer to Mayor Saffo on this one to start.
We got to go with the Panthers. I mean, Tampa's only won one game. They're going to be both teams. I think are looking at next year. Moore is going to be starting. I think he's got a cannon for an arm. He's going to be trying to get that quarterback position for next year. I think the Panthers are definitely going to win this game.
Respectfully, I have to disagree here. I think we have a running attack that's a little bit healthier over on the Bucs. We got Cadillac Williams and Derek Ward. We've got a rookie quarterback who's played well on the road. Did a good job last week against Atlanta. And as you said, we're playing against a backup quarterback over there. I mean, after Jake Delhomme throws 4 interceptions against the Jets and been throwing interceptions, I think he's tied for second in the league. Might be an improvement, but I'm going to go with the Bucs. They get their second win of the season in a division game.
All right, let's look at a big NFC matchup. We got Vikings and Cardinals this week.
I'm going with the Vikings. The Vikings got a hot hand. Brett Favre is looking fantastic. He looks like he's 20 years old the way he's playing out there. I think they're definitely going to win this. Kurt Warner, they won't know until game time as to whether he's going to play or not. Went through a concussion last week or 2 weeks ago. I think that any quarterback that comes off of a concussion usually does not play as well. I think it's far in the Vikings all the way.
I'm going to agree with you on this one here. I think the Vikings right now are dominant. Like, as you said, Brett Favre, more than 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the season, just 3, that's all. And they have one of the best run defenses in the league. So that's going to put a lot of pressure on the pass. And unfortunately, I don't think Matt Leinart has panned out what they expected when he left USC. So we're going against backup quarterbacks this week. We're going to take the Vikings.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's go over to, we got Titans and the Colts. The Titans now are looking like the hottest team. They've rejuvenated themselves, but they got the Colts this week.
I'll start this one here. The worst thing for a quarterback that's inconsistent is a good defense. And believe it or not, I learned last week here on this show that the Colts have the #1 scoring defense in the league. They had some big turnovers late against Matt Schaub, and I think that's going to be the key this week. Vince Young probably has his first bad game, and I think they hold Chris Johnson in check. I'm going to go with the Colts, rolling undefeated.
I'm right with you on that. I mean, Manning's looking, he has got it all. And I think he's going to be there in the championship game, no doubt about it. I think the Colts will be there, and I do think that they have one of the dominant defenses in the NFL right now. They are looking sharp. I mean, they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Extremely underrated. Injury after injury piles up, and yet they still managed to put it together somehow.
And that's the way it should be.
Now the Saints are also undefeated. They've got the Redskins. Is this a trap game? Somebody sneaks up here on the Saints this week?
You know, I like the Redskins, and I go to a lot of their games. I mean, not a lot of their games, but I go to a game at least a year. But the Saints look awful good. I mean, they're hitting on all cylinders. Drew Brees is unbelievable. He's seeing the field. I mean, he's seeing everybody on that field now. If he can't go to the first guy, he's going to the second person. They got a good running attack, great defense. Saints are an all-around good team, and I think they're going to be there too.
Looking at the Redskins last week against the Eagles, through the first 3 quarters, I believe they were 8 for 12 on third down conversions. In the fourth quarter, when it counted, they were 0 for 2.
Yeah.
0 for 2. Ended up costing them the game. You can't do that against the Saints. And again, they get turnovers. Jason Campbell, turnover prone. We're going to go with the Saints. Who dat?
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
Monday night game, we've got Baltimore at Green Bay. A couple of good teams that could use a win.
I'm going to go with Baltimore, and the reason being they just came off of a big win over the Steelers. They're hated rivals. I think they're going to be coming on an uplift, and I think they're going to play a good game, and I think they're going to win that game.
I think I'm going to go with the home field advantage in this one, and I'm going to take the Packers. It's Monday night. Aaron Rodgers has been playing great, and he's finally getting the wins to go with it. His defense hadn't been backing him up. They got some injuries between Aaron Campman and Al Harris, but somehow they've been putting it together. I'm going to go with the Packers at home. Let's go Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
All right, well, that sounds very good. Mr. Mayor, thanks so much for joining us this week.
Guys.
It's been a pleasure. Hope all your picks go well.
I hope so too.
All right, after the break, we're going to have a special look at UNCW star Darian Gerald. Stay tuned for more Cape Fear Sports Report, driven by the Stevenson Automotive Group.